You're a strong advocate of the EU for many, many years. Is it your attitudes that have changed or the EU?
Well, I suspect a bit of both. You know, one's always got to admit that you can change your mind, but sometimes one's perhaps too reluctant to admit it. But I do think the fundamental thing is there are two Europe phases, really. Europe from 1956, from its foundation, to 1992, the Maastricht Treaty, broadly successful. From the Maastricht Treaty on, you have a big experiment. Can you create a euro, a single currency, without having a single country? And I think the answer of history is no, you can't. And the answer that we've had over the last 6 years with the Eurozone crisis is it doesn't work, and we've got to change it. It's dragged down the European Union really for the last 16 years. It's made the European Union dysfunctional, and if you don't want to go into a United States of Europe with a federal, with a fiscal transfer union, then I personally think there is only one choice. It is to leave. I've never been a federalist. Right back in 1962, when I was a Labour candidate in Torrington, when Hugh Gateskill came out against federalism for the Labour Party, I think he was right then, and I think I was right, and Callaghan was right, when the cabinet in 1977, the Labour cabinet, came out against any form of support for European federalism.
As a former health minister, how real do you think the threat to the NHS is that TTIP causes?
I think TTIP has a serious danger for the National Health Service as long as health is mentioned in it. It opens up the whole issues of bringing the mechanisms of TTIP into the health service, pursuing the marketisation which was introduced really, to be honest, under Labour in 2002, but has built up over the last 14 years. So I think that would be very damaging. But we shouldn't mistake the realities too, that the EU itself has been dragged into the NHS, rather as Barbara Castle predicted to me in 1975. I thought she was exaggerating. I couldn't see how the common market would influence the health service. But now the EU has got its tentacles onto the NHS through its procurement policy and through its competition policy. It would be very hard for, say, a Labour government coming back in 2020 to reverse the marketisation while we're still under the EU regulations and rules.